I am pretty confident there's going to be something in here. Good afternoon and welcome to another Keeping Cows Moovin video. Now today we're bringing you guys three different cows in that KVK shoot. So let's get into this trim. Let's show you guys these three cows from this week. Do not forget, smash that subscribe and let's see just how these three cows are doing. Let's go. We are actually finally in our new house. We have had the most manic so far week. We got the keys last Friday. Today is Thursday. We were up here till midnight last night. This whole room was full of wallpaper. This bag full of wallpaper. It's been a long few days, but drop a comment down below if you guys want a little house tour. Do you want a house tour before we finish, while we're just getting started, and then when we finish, let me know. Drop a comment. But yeah, let's get into this trim. Let's go. Let's kick off the first trim by washing the hoof off and cleaning up the area. I am pretty confident there's going to be something in here. So, if you're noticing something a little bit different, I've actually sent a couple grinders, and this is a Sealy battery grinder that I'm using that actually is surprisingly good. Now, I was a little bit skeptical, but I've been incredibly impressed with some of these tools. But if you hear the grinder sounds a little bit rattly, it's just because it's a little bit of a different grinder. But anyway, on to the trim. So I'm pretty confident there was going to be a little solo set in here, and that is why we picked the camera up, started filming, and as you can see, we are now starting to uncover a little dark spot here that I think is only gonna get bigger. So let's see if I'm right, and let's see what we have to do to make the scale feel a little bit better. So, we know there's a sole ulcer here. We're going to start roughing up this hoof again. New Sealy grinder. And then we're going to block bond on a wood shoe. We don't heat this glue, and then we just have to push hard on. I'll grind that out the way in a minute. Now this right here is the beginning of a sole ulcer. Get rid of that glue. And then I will just
Put a little magic spray on it. She, good to go. Oh, so as you can see, she had a really interesting bit of a sole ulcer. It's hard to say. It's becoming a sole ulcer, and if that was left any longer, she would have been in a lot of pain. So, let's drop the chute down and let's see how she walks out.
Now, she's actually walked out better than I was expecting. She's kicking her leg out a little bit. Whether she's potentially damaged her hip at some point, I'm not sure. But there was nothing wrong with that hoof. We have hoof tested it. It was absolutely fine. But yeah, she walked out way better than we expected.
Right, let's move on to the second trim and see what we find.
Now, this cow has a dermatitis, and we're going to show you exactly how we treat it. So we start by getting this ultra clean. We put a tip in between just so we're not catching with the grinder, but this tip will be binned after going in between a hoof with digital dermatitis, because of this will spread from cow to cow to cow, and by putting this tip in there and then reusing it with another cow, it has the potential to spread from this cow to another cow, which we really don't want, as this is a bit like the athlete's foot of cows. It spreads incredibly quickly and it is incredibly painful for the cow. Now this cow, if this was left, would barely be able to walk. It would only get worse. It will never get better. So let's show you how we treat it.
Oh, dermatitis. Just make sure this is all opened up and as clean as I can get it. I've just chucked a battery on charge, so I'm just gonna have to rasp it.
I like to spray with inch care first because I like to know that every millimetre of this lesion is covered fully with the topical treatment that we have chosen, and then we will go on with the gel because the gel works just that little bit better for a nasty issue like this. It will really penetrate into those spirochetes underneath the skin and hopefully destroy this issue. Right, that's this trim done. Let's crack on with the third and see what is going on in there. So on this cow, you can see there's a little black spot right at the back of her heel. This cow has a very clear and obvious sole ulcer in this hoof. Now we're going to start trimming away, removing all of this loose horn, and we're going to find out exactly what we uncover underneath this hoof.
Do you think there's going to be anything in here? I'm not sure, you know. I'm in a bit of a hole.
There is a tiny little bruise on the bottom of her hoof on her lateral toe, which is slightly unusual. Now, you don't really get bruises down on the toes very often at all, especially on the front feet, so this is an unusual little foot. I don't think there's going to be too much more wrong with it, but having a bruise down there and a sole ulcer just like that is making this girl incredibly uncomfortable.
It's just the smallest sole ulcer in there. There's nothing in there, we're good. Right, just this tiny little solo, so give it a little chlorhexidine. Also give it a little bit of Intricare. So which one of those 3 videos were your favourites? I know which one I liked, but drop a comment down below, let me know which one was your favourite trim. But thank you guys for watching, and I'm gonna carry on doing some work here. I've got a load up for the morning. Will has had a little boo-boo with his finger, so I'm stretched, is an understatement. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna alert some gates, and we will see you guys, fingers crossed, on Sunday's Hoof Talk video. Let's go, cheers guys.